Hey guys, happy Monday. This week our focus is going to be on point of view and perspective. For some of you, this is review. We did do it a little bit in one of our classes, but we never got to practice it. So this week we are going to be reviewing and practicing, and next week you will have a project on point of view and perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and take some IMB notes for you to follow along with. I've already written down our essential question. How can I identify the point of view and perspective of a text? Okay, today's date. The first thing we're going to do is define point of view, and I'm going to abbreviate it like that. Point of view is basically the way the author presents or writes about the characters and events in the story. So, point of view, the way an author presents, so tells or writes the characters and events in a story or text. Okay, so we're going to do some 3-column notes. We have the point of view right here. And we have the definition of that point of view. And then we have clue words. Don't mind my children in the background playing outside. Okay, so we have first person. When a text is written from first person point of view, that basically means it is told from the viewpoint of one of the main characters. They are telling their thoughts, their feelings, the events that are happening through their eyes. So told from the viewpoint of one of the main characters. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be one of the main characters, but is from the viewpoint of that character. This is important. It describes their thoughts and feelings. So you're seeing what's happening in the story or the text from their point of view, their eyes. Okay, so if it's from their point of view, if you were telling about the first time that you went camping and it was from your first person viewpoint, the clue words or the words that you would be using are words such as I, me, and my. Because it is, again, from your point of view. I, me, my. We is another one because it includes you and other people. Same with our. Myself. Okay, some examples of a first person story would be an autobiography. They're writing a story or a text about their life. Okay, a lot of texts and books are also written from first point of view, such as Percy Jackson, the I Survived series. Those are all first person. So then we have second person. Now, second person is one that you don't see as often. It is where the narrator, the person writing the story, the author, addresses you. It puts you in the text. So the narrator addresses you. In other words, it places you, the reader, in the text. Okay, so if it's putting you in the text, the words, this is an easy kind of way to remember. Clue words would be you, yours, your. Okay, examples of this would be like game directions or a cookbook, telling you how to make a recipe of something, because they're using you in there to tell you how to do something. It's placing you in there. We won't see as much of this in what we're going to be working with this week. So the next one is third person. So third person is where, sorry guys, I had to pause for a second. Okay, so third person point of view is where it's told by a narrator that is not in the story. It is from an outsider's point of view looking in. So it would be like if you retold the soccer game. You are an outsider talking about what's going on. So this is where it is told by a narrator that is not in the story or text. Okay, they are an outsider. Okay, so the narrator focuses on the thoughts and feelings of the characters in the story. They are not sharing their own, they're sharing the thoughts and feelings of the characters from an outside point of view. So clue words would be he, she, him, her, they, it, because it's talking about other people's experiences. Characters' names are a big one because they will refer to the characters as their name. So my sixth graders, we read Coraline. Coraline was written from a third person point of view. City of Ember, Island of the Blue Dolphins, A Wrinkle in Time are all stories told from third person point of view. So first person would be an autobiography where you're writing about yourself. Third person would be a biography where someone is writing about you, not from your point of view, from their point of view, from telling it from a story from you. Okay, so we have our point of view notes. Now over here, I'm going to talk about perspective. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do it down here, and you all know I love my whiteout. We're going to just do this. Right. Okay, perspective is a little different than point of view. Perspective is the way the characters view people and events in the story. It's the lens through the character's eyes. It's looking through their eyes, okay? So the way the character or characters view people and events in the story / text. In other words, I just said seeing things through their eyes. It's their outlook on things, okay? So one of your assignments this week, the very first one for today, is an assignment where you are going to talk about the different perspective that students have versus teachers have of online distance learning. My outlook on this is probably significantly different than yours. While we do share a lot of the same positive and negatives to it, there are a lot of differences as well. So, when you talk about perspective, it is kind of how the character's perspective is different from other characters. So if two characters are in an event or they're doing something in the story, one character, for example, like in A Wrinkle in Time, one character's outlook on trying to save her father is very different from the other characters. Or in How to Train Your Dragon, the characters have different perspectives on the dragon training. Some it comes easy to, some it does not. Okay, so perspective is mainly the outlook. It's a little different than point of view. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these notes and some other notes as well in your Monday's lesson. Go ahead and review these on your own. You can read through the typed notes that I'm going to add as well and get started on what you're doing for this week. Your first assignment is one where you are talking about teacher versus student in our teacher-student hour perspective on distance learning. Okay, one example is I don't get to work with any of your other teachers right now. We're all at home. I know you guys know at school we talk a lot and we have a lot of meetings so we can make our lessons and our plans together and make sure that we are meeting all the needs of our students. Being at home, I can't do that. So we call that collaboration. I can't collaborate with my teammates. I can't collaborate to make your lessons. Sorry, I can't spell when you're doing this. Okay, your perspective is you're probably missing your friends. At school, you guys got to see each other every day. Now, if some of you have FaceTime or on video through Google Meets, you can do it that way. On Google Classroom, there is an assignment that looks similar to this. You need to create 5 of your own. It is explained in there. Again, please make sure you are reviewing these notes every day as well as the notes that I'm going to post with it. All right, cheerio.